not sensitive. People make things out of nothing, and people don't seem to respect other people's opinions about stuff. And the way some people went about my last video, and I'm not even gonna bring up one video or whatever, but you know, the fact that people thought it was a good idea to bash me on Instagram on my DMs, knowing that if you pulled that same shit on my comments under my YouTube, then you know, it would have probably been a battle, because a lot of it was so unnecessary. And anyway, I just needed a break, number one, and two, life got in the way, and YouTube had to take a seat back for a number of reasons. So if you care to know any of that, that will be on Patreon. The full main reason I go into complete details. By the way, I do have the little mic on my community tab or post or whatever. I asked which mic, and not many commented, but the ones I saw said the little mic, and then one mentioned that it might be a little much to hold it for a long video. So I decided to attach it to the big mic. So I am using the little mic, the lo-fi mic. So but also to so moving forward, Super Bowl. I spent Super Bowl in Atlantic City on Super Bowl Sunday, and overall I had a lot of fun. There was some issues that popped off, but again, all of that is on YouTube. I actually on Patreon, I recorded that video, and I think it was funny as fuck to me, if I'm being honest. But again, that story I don't wanna put on YouTube. But overall, I had a good time. I met my first Karen. Oh yes, shit popped off. So but overall, I had a really good time. Valentine's Day. I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day, or a stress-free Valentine's Day. I have to say, this was my very first Valentine's that I had. So on Valentine's Day, I got 6 roses, flowers, gifts, dinner. Honestly, it was pleasant. It was perfect. I have no complaints. It actually just felt good being on the other side, you know, actually being wined and dined for once. It's always me, always putting out, making things happen. And you know, it was just nice. It was a grownish date. Dinner, flowers, candy, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like overly mushy. It wasn't, we talked for like 2 hours over dinner about everything. It wasn't like silence. You know, we weren't on our phones being occupied by social media. You know, we weren't. It was like respect was there. And I think nowadays people lose that, because you know, if you look around, when people are in restaurants, everyone's always on their phone or doing something, you know. And I'm not a social media buff like that at all. Like, if social media went down like tomorrow, except for YouTube, because I do watch a lot of YouTube stuff, but besides YouTube, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, if actually, no, let me end this video, this part, because the next part might be a little loud, so I'll be back. So there was something I wanted to show you. Since my anxiety, stress level, all of it is through the roof, and I am trying to keep sane. I had to do projects, like, whether it's coloring, whether it's something on the iPad, it's something I need to focus on, because if not, my mind goes like in dark places that I don't want to go. So I saw something like this it was either on Facebook or on Instagram, I'm not even sure, but it's like a 3D photo type of situation. This one here, okay, so it's like I think that's like a dragon or something, I don't know. So it comes like this, and I don't know if you can see it, but each one of these have numbers, and here they're also color coded as well, and it comes with, so they come with all these different color and diamonds, or whatever you want to call them, and then it comes with this little machine, well, not machine, but like little tools, and you sit there, and they're by numbers, and you sit there, and you place them accordingly too, and then once you're done, you're supposed to rip this off, and it's supposed to be like, glittery or whatever. It's supposed to come out really, really nice. The point is, if you need something to like keep you focused, or a project, I think this is really, really cute. This whole set was no more than like $8 on Amazon, and I was thinking about, because I love doing puzzles, when I get like this anxiety or whatever, anxious, to keep my mind going, I do puzzles, coloring, stuff like that. This I think is going to be great. I'm actually going to start working on this weekend, just because, and yeah, so I will show you my progress when I do it, but I think this is really, really cool, and I wonder how long it's gonna take me. Like I said, it comes in all different. I don't know if this is really loud or not, so I don't want to really make. That's probably loud, right? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So that's what I'm doing now. This one also got, like, look at the little tools too. I guess you put like the beads or whatever you want to call it on here, and then you actually attach them onto it. So I'll let you know. I'll show you the final product when I'm done. That's it. The next segment coming up will be celebrity black gossip. I mean, it is Black History Month, so let's go. Alright, so up first, we need to talk about Miss Rihanna. It's so funny, I was just watching an old Ellen video when Rihanna was on it, and it's funny because Ellen said, is it Rihanna or Rihanna? And she said, it's actually Rihanna, not Rihanna, but because of her accent, she understands why people say Rihanna. But anyway, we need to congratulate her on her Super Bowl performance, and her second pregnancy. There has been a lot of talk on this Super Bowl performance, and first of all, she's the only person who's ever performed pregnant on the Super Bowl stage. Let's just get that out there. But she seemed happy. She was a diva. She had to make sure she had to reapply her makeup. She was like, yes, I'm pregnant. I'm doing a little two-step, but what we won't gonna do, we are not gonna be shiny up on this performance, okay? Like, I loved every part of it. Let's see what else I wrote. Yeah, but again, I understand anticipation, and some people say, you know what, she should have pulled Beyonce. You remember when Beyonce was supposed to perform at Coachella, but then she was pregnant and she was like, yeah, I'll catch up bitches next year. But then in my mind, I'm saying Rihanna's getting up there in age. She has kids. She loves being a mom. She's glowing. She's like a billionaire with her fashion and her beauty. Why pass this opportunity up? Get the fuck out of here. Like, again, I 100% loved it, and I wish people, although I am a Beyonce fan, I wish people will stop comparing every single artist to Beyonce. Like, let's stop, because if we're really gonna talk about it, if we're gonna compare Super Bowl performances, I actually liked Shakira and J-Lo's performance over Beyonce's. I'm just being honest. That's just my opinion, Anyway, but congratulations to Miss Rihanna. You did a hell of a job. You look phenomenal, and I wish you nothing but happiness. By the way, too, she kept that pregnancy. Even her dancers didn't know she was pregnant, because they were showing, like, while they were practicing within the week, and they had someone stand in as Rihanna, so no one even knew she was pregnant up until like that moment. So that's crazy to me how she hid it from everyone. And so let's move on. Let's congratulate Miss Lizzo. Miss Lizzo won the Grammy for Record of the Year. Congratulations, Lizzo. I loved your speech. You looked very, very happy and well deserved. You are definitely representing for us big girls. So again, congratulations to Lizzo, Record of the Year. She got the Grammy for that. But we cannot not ignore Miss Beyonce Knowles Carter. She made history at the 65th or 65th annual Grammy ceremony. She is now the only artist who's ever won as many Grammys as she did. She now has 32 Grammys, most white black was, you know what, you're gonna cheat. Wendy knew about it. People say Wendy was stupid, whatever. That was her decision, though. If she wanted that, but her one rule was that he could never have a child by another woman. That was, I guess, what they had. But what her husband go do? What did Kevin go do? He goes have a baby by this side chick that he was with for like 15 years, right? So by then, Wendy had enough and was like, you know what, I'm done. And they got a divorce. This man, Wendy, had a contract that said the following, that she will pay this man alimony. Let's just stop for 1 second. That shit would make me so sick, to the point that I know I was a breadwinner, right? I have to now pay my cheating ex-husband and his new side piece that he had for 10 years, and actually also support their baby too. I would be sick as fuck. So many of you know she went on the Wendy show. She tried to continue. It didn't work. Wendy's health started deteriorating in front of her eyes, and the last season of the Wendy Williams show was just booked by other celebrities trying to hold it down for her. The show got canceled. It was not renewed for the next season, and we know I think it was taken by Sherry Shepherd or whatever. So Wendy had basically a mental breakdown. She started drinking again. If any of you know, Wendy Williams used to be an ex-alcoholic and drug user, and all of this, because now she's in the media, all this happened, right? And I don't care what nobody says. That is so fucked up. Like, no one should be cheated on in a marriage, and even if so, having a baby by somebody else, and that was your only rule, and it's just like, so, and throughout the marriage too, he was using Wendy's money to help his side chick start businesses, and he bought his side chick an engagement ring, knowing damn well he couldn't marry her, and he bought her a house, all on Wendy's money, right? So finally, when they got a divorce, her husband, Mr. I Made Wendy Williams, Mr. I Made the Wendy Williams Show, Mr. I Made Who She Is, Mr. I Had Those Book Deals, Mr. This asshole did not read the contract, because in fine print on the bottom, besides spending all that money on like jewelry and vacations and shit, you should have spent that money on a better fucking lawyer, because what you didn't read was the fine print, which read, if by any reason Wendy is not working, or the Wendy Williams show gets canceled or not renewed or whatever, Wendy does not have to pay any more alimony. She was paying like $250,000 a month. Wait. Say what now? Like, when I heard how much she was paying him, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me right now? Like, you know, and I guess the revenue of it all, so basically he wants half, because I think they said that she was racking in between like 10 and 12 million a year for the Wendy Williams show, and basically he said he wants half. So, you know, he was living this lifestyle. He wasn't, you know, saving any money whatsoever, and so what ended up happening was Wendy's health took a turn for the worse. She started becoming an alcoholic, and we seen her like out in New York City, unable to walk, losing more weight. She was a hot mess. So then our ex-husband did not care. All he wanted was the alimony payments. He didn't care. So our bank was like, wait a minute, there's some shit going on that we don't like, so you know what, we're gonna hold Wendy's money, because she's not in the right state of mind, and people were trying to take Wendy's money, use it, all of it. So fast forward, because she was unhealthy and the bank froze all of our assets, Kevin goes to social media, starts crying, talking about, and I quote, oh, I have the quotes. Oh yes, we're going there. Because this grown man, like Wendy Williams and her husband are like in their 50s. Her son is like 20, and also too, as she was dealing with all this divorce and everything else, she also was dealing with the loss of her mother, which, you know, I couldn't imagine. So the father of two, this is Kevin, claims that he needs hip surgery, which he can't afford without insurance, and as a result of non-treatment, he lives with daily pain because he's no longer under Wendy's health insurance. So now he's complaining because of that. He can't get, you know, he's stuck in pain, and just, it's just like, you're go get a how about go get a job? Why doesn't your side piece get a job? Okay, he's also exclaiming that he does not have health insurance. We said that. My car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to Home Owners Association, and I'm behind on that bill as well. But see, again, if you read his contract, you would have saw on the bottom it says, if for any reason, okay, for any reason, Wendy Williams' contract with a talk show, with the Wendy Williams show, is not renewed and or is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated, and the plaintiff does not have any other television show being aired and paying her equal salary, the defendant understands and agrees that all severance payments shall be subject to either termination or modification. Kevin saying he don't give a fuck, he wants that money, he don't care, and it's like, and all of a sudden Wendy now is healthy. She got their car because like all this stuff he was buying was in Wendy's name. The car he bought, his boo-boo, was in Wendy's name. Like, he was just spending all of her money, and he thought he had this shit in a bag. And now that she's like, wait a minute, and she's no longer on TV, she don't have to pay her a damn thing. So Kevin decided to go back to court, and this week the judge says, no sir, she's not paying you nothing. Listen, I'm gonna suspend this whole thing without prejudice. If you guys can come up with a mediation or something and come to agreement, cool. But as of now, she's not paying you alimony money. And he even had the audacity to sit there and say, well, she should pay my legal fees. No. The judge was like, no, she's not paying that either. You pay your own fucking fees. It's like these two were sitting there baking on Wendy's money. So you think it ends there? Oh no. So the side piece decides to go on social media and start show, I would do shit on social media. I wouldn't pay this man a dime, and I would want him to watch me succeed, knowing damn well that you can't get a fucking penny. And if in my clause it says if I never work a day again in my life, this man would not get a penny. I kid you not, whatever millions I had left, girl, I'll be downsizing. I would make sure I would not give that man a fucking dime. And on top of that too, I heard, I'm not a lawyer, legal is not my expertise, but something like he can't marry his new side chick because I think all severance payments are cut off after that or something, and that's the reason why they didn't get married, because if he got married to her, then he couldn't get Wendy's payments. Defamation, that's what it was. The side chick tried to sue Wendy for defamation of her name and character and everything else because she's all over, like TMZ, the magazines, all of it, and it's like, so you're not gonna take accountability for your actions. You're not gonna take accountability for sleeping with a married man. I don't know. And another thing too, it's like, okay, so we have two grown people. Nobody saved money. No one said this shit might end one day. Like, no one. I don't know, guys. But that's it for my celebrity black gossip. Again, it is Black History Month. So, next segment is what have I been watching? Stay tuned. I have some great, good, excellent shows / movies to share with you. I suck at explaining what stuff is about because you know what my problem is. Like, sometimes I might give too much away, so I'm gonna try to explain some in my own words, and let's just see where we go with this. So, and I don't have them in any particular order, but this group of shows and movies that I'm gonna tell you about, it's best to grab a pen and paper. If I'm being honest, we got a few that I didn't care for, but it's good to mention. So, up first is, let me make sure I pull it up first, is The Reading. I watched this on Valentine's Day. This movie was a roller coaster, okay? And it was not what I expected it to be. I have to say that. First off, this movie, The Reading, it stars Monique, and it's on BET Plus. It reads, Emma, aka Monique, details the loss of her family in her notebook, Invasion. To generate press, she agrees to stage a reading by Sky Brown in her home, and they're doing it live through a podcast. But Sky's spiritual connection is real, and evil emerges in a house they can't get out of. Now, just by reading that, you would think this was to say anything else because I don't want to give away any, but for me, I think Black Panther, for me, is the weakest on this list. I just expected more being a Marvel fan, if that makes any type of sense. I'm not telling anybody to not go see it, but for me, I was looking just for a lot more action. Like if I'm flipping through channels and I see Black Panther 2, I'm skipping over it because I just know it's not gonna satisfy my action needs, if that makes sense. But the storyline was cool, I guess. Anyway, and next on my list is I don't have it. Okay, I thought I did it though. Hold on. The next one on my list is called Poker Face. How do I explain Poker Face? Poker Face actually is a new TV show, TV series I should say, and it's on Peacock, and there's a new episode every single Thursday, and I think from what I read, they're only gonna do 8 episodes, and it's about this young lady, and if you watched Orange is the New Black, then you know. But it starts out with our girl, and she has this ability to be able to tell if someone is lying or not. And in the beginning episode, she just kind of got wrapped into the wrong people, and she's on the run, and they're actually chasing after her. So that being said, each episode she's like in a different state, or like she's a hustler, she gets side jobs, whatever, and each episode it's like a new case, like someone's getting murdered or something happens, and she's always solving it, but in a comedy interesting way. It's not like a regular cop show because she's not a cop, right? But like when she's hearing a story, she automatically knows when you're lying, so then she does her own little investigation, and she always seems to be right. She's just very, 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 very brilliant. Many people mistake her for something else because of how she acts, but so if you're into crime shows though, this is for you. That's a show for you, but it's not like a Law and Order, like that type of serious show. But it, like I said, each episode is different characters, different stars are in it, so it's really enjoyable to watch if you like that type of mystery TV show ish. So Poker Face, Peacock, love it. Next on my list is I put this on my list for a reason. Now I'm about to be 43 on March 7th, right? So if you remember the old school House Party, right, movie, they did like 1, 2, and 3, but those are whack. But the original House Party was this shit. It's like the original Friday, right? The original House Party, Kid and Play House Party. So they decided to remake it. I mean, it was cool. It was cool because it was these kids worked for, I think, a cleaning service, and they decided to throw this big party, and they happened to throw a party at LeBron James' house. And so the whole movie, they're trying to keep like most seats, in my opinion. So, the best to explain this movie in my terms is, so we have a brilliant scientist who is really good at robotics, and her sister and husband get into a car accident and they die, and now she has custody of her niece. And to cope with the loss of her sister and help her niece, get through these trying times, she decides to build a human-sized doll called Megan. Megan is a marvel of artificial intelligence, a life-like doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion and parent's greatest ally. Designed by Gemma, who is a brilliant robotics, Megan can listen, watch, and learn as it plays the role of a friend, teacher, playmate, and protector. And then it says, when Gemma becomes an unexpected caretaker of the 8-year-old niece, she decides to give the girl, Megan, the prototype, a decision that leads to unimaginable consequences. This movie, you have to watch it. Like I said, it's like, I compare it to Chucky because they're both dolls, but Chucky was more of like, Megan was smart about it. Okay, so Megan, I don't know where you can find Megan actually. Megan might actually be on HBO Max. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, definitely go check it out. The next on my list, a movie called Plane. When a pilot saves passengers from a lightning strike by making a risky landing on a war-torn island, only to find that surviving the landing was just the beginning. When dangerous rebels take most of the passenger hostages, the only person they count on is the pilot. So basically, everyone's having a good flight. There was a lightning strike. The plane had to go down. They're in this island, and when they realized where they realized they were like in, problem territory that they did not need to be in. And so they were taking hostages and people were killed, and they had to just get out of all of it. So if you like an action movie, it really was action. No, I can't say that I was bored. Even like once the flight took off, like the action started maybe like 5 minutes into it, and it was just a good action movie. No boring parts, no talking like a lot. It was a really good movie, action movie. So then the movie is called Plane. Actually, and that was on Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video. The next one is Shotgun Wedding. That is also on Prime Video, and this is with J-Lo and her husband gather their families for a destination wedding, next on my list, and truthfully, when I did this, I said to myself, this should probably be number one. It's a new show called Accused on Fox TV. Fox. It's a crime and anthology series. I like shit like that, because anthology series means, like, each episode is different, or each season is different, but still has like the same characters, like American Horror Story. That's an anthology series. Twilight Zone, each episode was different. Anthology series, I love stuff like that. But this is a crime anthology series where viewers are taken on the journey of the defendant. Each episode opens in a courtroom on the accused, with viewers knowing nothing about their crime or how they ended up on trial. Told from the defendant's point of view through flashbacks, accused holds a mirror up to the current times. With emotional stories, viewers discover how an ordinary person, you hear me? Viewers discover how an ordinary person gets caught up in an extraordinary situation, ultimately revealing how one wrong turn leads to another until it's too late to turn back. What do I always say? 1 minute of pleasure can bring you a whole lifetime of misery. And so, each week it's a different story. You're glued, it's emotional, some of them are fucked up. It's like, damn. But I think it's just, I like it because it's life. Shit, like, I can see how this shit happens. I can see how these people got into these situations, and anyway, so Accused is definitely probably on top of my list, but that is on Fox TV. Next on my list is called a movie on Netflix called You People. It's a really cute movie. It's with Jonah Hill and Lauren. I forgot her name. Lauren something. Really pretty girl. The girl used to date Nipsey before he passed away. But yeah, he's white, she's mixed, black, and they fall in love in a weird way. And they're trying to get their families to like one another, and it's just a comedy. Eddie Murphy being her father. There's a lot of great comedians in this. It was a fun movie to watch. It definitely had a lot of laughs. It was nice to see Eddie Murphy back in his element, because let's be realistic, the last couple of Eddie Murphy movies that was out, okay, so but yeah, it also goes into, like, how people are different, how people, like, if you're from a black family, like if you're Muslim and someone's Jewish, yeah, we definitely have a different type of thing going on here, but it's just two families trying to adapt to the other one's culture. It's funny. It's done it. You People, Netflix, watch it. Let me know. And two more, and I'm done. Since we're on Netflix, there's a show called Physical 100. If you are any type of you have 100 people who are fighting for it, and you have people, we have Olympics, yes, we have Olympic champions, we have weightlifters, we have the strongest man, we have people who run track, like we have so many different people, and they come into this competition not knowing what to do, and a lot of them thinking like, you know, their strength will get them through it, and at the end of the day, it's not all about strength. Sometimes it's about strategy, sometimes it's just about outsmarting your component, you know, and just to give you a picture how it starts. So they have two groups, 50 and 50, and the first challenge is they have to hang from something, and you have to hang as long as you can. You can't use your legs or anything, so you have to get on these bars, and you either have to hold this way, you can hold however you want, you just have to figure it out. And you know, a lot of people who were like in weightlifting or wrestling thought they had this shit in the butt, but in actuality, like, the heavier people had a harder time. Like, the heavier people were falling fast, and the lighter people had like the upper advantage. So it makes you realize that just because you're strong in this and that. So anyway, the competition gets worse, and people you expect to win do not. And then it's like, you know, they also have competitions with one another, and then people choose other people thinking they're weak because they're not strong, but forgetting they're fast though. So it's just one of those, I don't know, if you like competition shows, I actually fell upon this, but it's called Physical 100, and I have to slide in my love after lockup. I'm addicted. I don't give a damn what nobody says. I wish they would like hit me up to promote, because that show is the shit. Love after lockup, get on that. And my last thing on my list, I think I mentioned this show before, but I started watching it again. I think it's back on, or I got the reels. I'm not even sure, but it's called Autopsy, the last 24 hours. If you are in the medical field or just like that type of shit, Autopsy, the last 24 hours is the show to watch. You can get the Reels app for like $1. I think it's like $1.99 a month or something, and it has all type of celebrities, from like people from the Beatles to Whitney to Brittany Murphy to Selena to, it has Patrick Swayze, Lucille Ball, just anyone you can think of that passed away, Hugh Hefner. It just has, there's like 12 seasons of like celebrity death, Luther Vandross, Aretha Franklin. They just have so many, and what he does is he's one of these celebrity pathologists that looks at the autopsy report, looks at the toxicology report, and then studies their lifestyle, and then gets their medical reports from like their other doctors, and he puts together everything that happened. He'll say, yeah, he was fit at 20, but then at 25 we found out that he started smoking like 3 packs of cigarettes, and then he explains things in a way that if you knew nothing about medical, I mean, not even what a heart is, he explains it in a way that you're like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, you understand, and you know, things they don't tell you in the media, and it's just like, I am so addicted. It is sad though, but you learn a lot, because I don't think people understand like what drugs really do to your system, or like what cigarette smoking 3 packs a day, and you know, but then it goes into like the last like 24 hours, like what happened what happened to Prince and why he passed out and the respiratory and how even if he wanted to do this, he couldn't do that to get for help. Like, it is so interesting. I think everyone would enjoy. I mean, I'm not spreading death, let's not, but you know, there's 12 seasons. There's so many people on that list that you just didn't even know. You're just like, wow. So my last suggestion is Autopsy, the last 24 hours, and that's on, well, if you have cable, it's on Reels, but I don't have cable, so I pay the $1.99 for the app. So, but guys, that is my recommendation of the month, I guess I would say. So on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. I got shit to do. I don't know when I'll be back on, but because I have other things I have to deal with first. So I want to give this long video because, like I said, as doing this video, some bad news has occurred in my family and I need to attend to that. So I do not know when I'll be back on YouTube, but if you miss me, you can always find me on Patreon. And on that note, I love you guys for watching. Until next time.